Sakura. I'm a pink Barbie girl. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It's so plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair. I have no clue. Why am I dressed completely pink today? My heart told me so. Guys, I'm so happy. I was so... Oh gosh, I was not sure. Can I talk about all this? Talk about the last video I published about the hierarchy of the Anunnaki gods. Yeah. Who is on the top and so on. Yeah, so I'm so happy that not everyone is just triggered. I'm so happy. Yeah, I have to impose, you know, I don't know why, but my heart tells me so. Final! To talk more and more about it. You know, the whole table is already shaking. Okay, because it's really the final battle, however. Yeah, I mean, it's very sad what happens in Land of Mu in Hawaii, and you know my take on it was an attack, it was energy weapon, you know, and so on. So, and I even cannot say if it was really someone from 3D which did this, to be honest, because the first pictures I saw is just my take on, I'm not sure, just pick up what resonates. These were beings from higher dimensions which used energy weapon to Hawaii. It's just my take on, so I have no idea if it's true. So please pick up what resonates. Yeah, and it is beyond crazy. And as mentioned, the good news are that Sophia Christ returned. She is already back. So I talk about her codes and about his codes. Ooh, who is the divine masculine? We need the divine masculine as well. It's not just the feminine. The problem is when we just work on our feminine energy, where's the masculine? And I was guided to a video, and that's so crazy. I was guided to this video after I shared with you my take on Aragorn from Lord of the Rings is my opinion Yeshua. And I was guided to a video which is called Aragorn is the true masculinity. I'm not kidding. You must watch this video yourself because yes, that's my take on this is the true masculinity. Yes, and we need the masculine's energy as well. It's not just the feminine energy. Because what happens when we just work with the feminine energy? So are we still taking action, or do we have any goals, or do we protect those which need help? Or are we staying all in our bubble and we just channeling and we talk about God and nothing happens? You understand? And you know that we entered this crazy reality in the year 2021, and I had the chance to see the phantom during a short time, so, and I'm not sure if I'm accurate, so the messages I share is a mix of from my experience and some messages I was guided to, for example, by Ashana Dean. So I can agree with a lot. She was very accurate on the phantom. I don't agree with her 15-dimensional time chart. It makes no sense to me. So every time when I take a look onto her chart, I don't know what you feel, it feels like my head is going to explode. So even when I'm a person, I'm very curious and I love it to read and I love to study new knowledge, but it's just my feeling when I dive into my pink car, like Barbie, right? So it feels like my head is going to explode. Really, it is. I feel it's too complicated. Actually, it's not complicated. You know, when you study the Kabbalah teachings, they over and over talk about the 7 heavens. So that Allah created the 7 heavens. Alexander Laurent, he's German, he says the same, this game goes up to 70. 7 dominates our life. We have 7 weekdays. You know what I'm talking about? 7 main chakras, for example. 7 takes a very important role. We have 7 archangels. For example, this is really no coincidence because this quantum game really goes just up to 70. So in Alexander and his take on is that the all-seeing eye Yahweh is AI. On the top of the phantom, he believes or he says it's all just technology and it's all just a fucking illusion. When it would be this way, I feel no, to be honest, because I saw it a little bit different, even when we stayed in the fourth dimension, so to speak. We saw the phantom. So, and I tried to break it down over and over again, and I feel, because I see the spiritual community slowly sinks into chaos, we must speak, even when it's triggering many people. And I can talk about my experience. I share with you some experiences I had recently with the Galactic Federation of Light myself, okay, with Enki and with the Ashta commands, because they attack me over and over like crazy. So, and they attack me actually since childhood, but they try to work with me. And what I know is they try with all starseeds, with all indigos. It's the indigo hijacking software. So because starseeds, you as an angel, actually you are completely free from any software, from every program. Yeah, so listen to the pink skinhead Barbie. She has a very important message for you. Very important. The skinhead Barbie. So, what I try to say is, starseeds, you are an angel. Really important to discern. Don't allow to work over and over with their grids and with their codes, because what happens is they work with very strong energy weapon. And they try to attack us Christus being strong. And you know, there are just fallen angels or angels. There's just the Antichrist or Christ. There is not more. And the last final battle, which is the biggest salvation, is the war between the Antichrist and Christ. And it is a state of consciousness, if you will. It's a frequency. So what happens when you join the Antichrist? You fight life, you fight yourself, you work over and over with their toxic grids, and you stay in a cage, you stay in a mind prison. You can hardly claim your free will, because the Anunnaki, which were or are still, however, I try to figure it out myself, are still the controllers, or were the controllers here 100%. They try to control everything. So they try to control your numerology, your destiny, your astrology chart, and I know it's beyond shocking. And I cried literally myself as I saw all this, especially as angels and starseeds. They try to destroy. They tried to break us since childhood. And that's why they decided for us very toxic families. So it was not our free choice, I saw. Because they wanted to be sure to break you. Maybe you will work for them. Maybe you will serve them. Because they knew you cannot remember 100%. You have not full access. So not all your memories are activated, but you have this deep homesickness, like you are from a place which you cannot describe. You understand? And then immediately they started to work with their grids, with their codes, with Metatron as well. You know, when you know Ashiana Din, it's all not shocking you. Even with the Archangel Metatron and who the Archangels are. The Archangels, the 7 Archangels, they are known as the Archons. These are the architects of the simulation here. Archangel Michael, the blue flame, and I know it's so shocking. So I just know there are true angels above their simulation. But just keep in your mind they created a copy of them. My take on, you still can call them Michael, but you must see through the Luciferian matrix first to understand it's an illusion. They created 2 matrices, 2 big matrices inside the Phantom. And because we starseeds, indigos, angels had not full access ourselves, immediately they tried to hijack us with their indigo hijacking program. You also can say it's the angel hijacking program. In other words, they tried to turn us into a fallen angel. In other words, when you know Star Wars, they tried to turn us into a Sith Lord, so to speak. You are a Jedi, you were born as a Jedi, you respect life, you work with life, you work with the divine, you work with your inner knowledge. And the Sith Lords, they try to turn you into a Sith yourself, and they started to twist your mind, and they did very strange things with technology. They always try to keep you in a state of trance, for example, that you can hardly remember. And they knew we will feel this deep homesickness. So they knew, guys, they are very intelligent. They have very advanced technology. They also can see the future and they control the future. They controlled all timelines once. They controlled everything. So, and with almost every person on this planet, they played the same game. When you dive very deep into it, it's even not shocking you when I talk about the reincarnation machine was a trap. So you have free will. It's your birthright. But they even tried to hijack your free will and let you believe, oh, you must go back to Earth, you are not done on Earth. And how many times when I watched close death experiences, almost every person said, I don't want to go back to Earth. It was so beautiful there, I wanted to stay there. Almost every person says the same. I watched so many experiences. So almost everyone says it was so beautiful there. And I wanted to stay there. I wanted to stay with my guardian angel in this realm. But my guardian angel told me I must go back to Earth. I'm not done on Earth. And they sent me back to Earth, isn't it? And the souls believed them. You understand? So actually their souls already said, I want to stay there. I don't want to go back to Earth. And this is their free will. And they disrespected their free will and told them, no, you must go back to Earth, you have a job to do. You understand? Because these are the fallen ones and they need the energy of a soul to recycle their soul for their machines, their Borg machine, the black cube matrix, even Saturn and the moon bomb completely hijacked. And they linked us women to the moon, for example, that we women stay so much in our mind. By the way, this is what I'm getting, not natural. This is not Sophia, by the way, that we women nowadays just stay in our minds. And maybe you do agree. We women, we have so many thoughts, we are always busy, we believe we are responsible for everything, we must control everything, we must do everything ourselves. We are so mind-based, we ladies nowadays in the Western culture, isn't it? This is not natural. Because actually, even when it sounds harsh, this is the job of the masculine's energy. Like Aragorn. The masculine's energy protects the innocent. And is not looking away this way. Or, no, don't see there are innocent people suffering because you are in a low vibration, ignore it. And this happens when we work with the toxic grids. Yeah? They just want to be sure they can take over the grids and to work with you. Okay, and this is a experiment since aeons. It's a really long story. So I cannot break it down just in one video, to be honest. You know, I try to keep it as short as possible, but to be honest, you cannot break it down within 60 minutes. It's not working, guys, because it goes so deep. So, and I'm so grateful to had the honor to see the Phantom in the year 2021. And that's why, yes, I do agree with a lot of Ashiana, with the fallen ones, for example. But I do not agree with her 15-dimensional time chart. This makes really no sense. And that you attach too much on the label. Sirian, Pleiadian, Arcturian, Andromeda, Anuhasi. This is so complicated. It really feels like my head is going to explode. And this is never a good sign when you're not heart-centered, when you listen to a teaching. So when you cannot feel it in your heart and it just grasps your head and you are totally confused. So that's why I say, no, I believe almost no one knows truth 100%. Almost no one knows, but we are on a good way. Just saying, we are on a good way. So the more you stay in your pink heart, like, you know, the more you go back to Christ, so to speak. And Christ is not just the feminine's energy. We need the divine masculine so much than ever before. Maybe you do agree. And people like Aragorn, I mean, it sounds funny, but when you know this movie, yes, this is the divine masculine's energy. He's the true king, the return of the king. So, and this is no coincidence. And I showed you in my last video so many movies in which you can see always a divine couple. And this is the divine feminine and masculine's energy. Over and over again, you see Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. Or you see Sophia and Yeshua, or Mother Mary and Yeshua, or whatever. But you always see a couple. And they embodied the divine masculine and the divine feminine's energy. they showed us over and over in movies what it is and who they are. Yes, and when you have problems to connect with their ancient grids and with their ancient teachings, yeah, you can watch movies or you can dive into their energy to get access. Okay? So I believe every person learns in a different way. So I'm not a fan of telling people, hey, the only way is to ask your higher self. But maybe to agree, there are so many people that even don't know how to get access to their hearts. So, and they need external information like a book or a video or a podcast to remember, to feel the connection in their hearts. Do you understand? So I believe every person learns on a different way. So we cannot make these fixed statements. So you are just a true starseed when you got access 100% here. Because when you channel, it's dangerous. And I know it was really not easy to channel your team because they never allowed it. Because the grids they used and this technology they used, it was so toxic. So almost every person on this planet was in a state of trance. And even the cabal itself, they stay in a trance. So they are also just running on a software. And they weren't really having control over everything. And this is a very typical trait of an Anunnaki, by the way. And by the way, Enlil is the god which created us humans. It's not Enki, and Enki was really never with us. Enki is the first Anunnaki. He's the first of his kind. You know him as Sauron in Lord of the Rings. Actually, he is an elf. But then he turned into Sauron. And he changed his own DNA. And he turned into a completely different being. And then he created an army. His bloodline. And these are the Cabal, so to speak. The Nazgul, the Uruk-hai, the Orcs, the humans on the elephants. You know, when you know Lord of the Rings, they all belong to Sauron's bloodline. Because he created them from himself. But he had to turn into a fallen angel himself. You know what I'm talking about? He changed his entire appearance, his bloodline, his DNA himself to be an Anunnaki. So Enki is the first Anunnaki. He's the first of his kind. So, but actually he was an elf or an angel. When you study Anakin Skywalker from Star Wars, it's him, if you will. So actually he was a Jedi. Because we have free will. So, and you decided yourself from your free will if you want to choose this path or not. But they almost hijacked our free will 100%. And with us, starseeds and indigos, yeah, they tried to install the Galactic Federation software. In return, these are really just app softwares and, how shall I explain that, programs, digital humans. Okay? And these dark extraterrestrials, they are so jealous of the divine creation. They must use the AI, what I saw, to have a physical body like we have. I talk about us angels and humans. Because in return, you are really a human. You are an angel. And that's why it's hard to explain that. And I talked about it a few times in my previous videos. And I know it's beyond shocking and it's really scary, I know. But even the stars you see on the sky, I talk about Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, it is a software as well. It's a software by the Anunnaki. So this means when you believe in this illusion, I talk about these frequencies. What I saw is in the fourth dimension. So please pick up what resonates with your heart. Maybe I'm mistaken. The stars we can see on the sky are satellites. Satellites and frequencies. The same to the moon. You understand? So, but we agreed to this simulation ourselves. So we had to work with the software, so to speak, and then you put it on a body which looks similar to a Pleiadian. You put it on a body which looks similar to a Syrian or to an Arcturian. So you see my hands as well. Here, my hands, it's so ET, even my entire appearance. And I saw in the fourth dimension which destiny they designed for me. Okay? And I also saw that it was almost impossible to choose your own parents. So they also wanted to be sure to break you since childhood, just with the goal to work with them that you turn into a Sith. it was really a fucking problem. And this was strictly forbidden and illegal. That's all I can say. The good news are that we are breaking free from this. And the more you see through their illusions, I talk about Metatron, and I talk about the Metatronic programs we all carry, the more you claim your free will. So it's like even astrology doesn't work anymore. You understand? So because you claim your power, you choose your own destiny, everything. But please keep in your mind, they even decided for you your astrology chart, which birth date and which name you have. Because that's a very typical trait of an Anunnaki. I talk about Enki and the bloodline by them. They want to control everything because they want to be sure you stay in their empire. It was just about stay in my empire, and they were just mocking us humans. They just laughed about the divine creation because Enlil created us. And Enlil is no Anunnaki, by the way. So he is not. He's not an Anunnaki. But what I'm getting is, how shall I explain that? Something is strange with him as well, because he wants to be seen as a god. And where there is an entity which wants to be seen as a god, as a lord, or as a goddess, even this, actually we already work with the fallen consciousness. So I know it's beyond shocking what I say, right? Because we in the spiritual community, we over and over talk about the goddess consciousness, yeah. But do you feel this? We have so much problems to tell men you are a god. Just dive into this. What's wrong there? So we have no problems to tell each other you are a beautiful goddess. We do goddess DNA activations, we do goddess womb healing, but telling a man you are a god. Do you feel this? We have problems to say this, isn't it? So and then you can be sure something is off. When it feels not right in your heart, like, I don't want to call this man over there, he's a god. So you can be sure there's something wrong. Because what I saw is actually the divine masculine's power is needed more than ever before. And they want to destroy the divine masculine's energy as well. And they destroy the true masculine's energy so much more to the feminine's energy. Maybe you do agree. So almost everyone you see in the system, you know, many of them are men. But this is the toxic masculinity by Enki, you see. Because the twisted masculinity by Enki disrespects women and he disrespects men. He disrespects them both and he attacks them both. So that's why he attacked Yeshua, Mary Magdalene so strong, because they embodied the ancient Sophia and Christ, and you know what I'm talking about, the ancient divine feminine and masculine's energy. So these were one of the first, and they were very advanced. They had all the DNA strands activated, what I saw. And yes, you can call them Syrians, because many people say Yeshua was a Syrian or he was a Pleiadian. Yeah, maybe he looked in the same way like a Pleiadian, know them from the simulation, but they come from a plane above the simulation in which there is no Pleiadian star system. And this hurted me so much, most I must say, as we stayed in this reality, because I worked with the stars myself and I'm still using these labels. Because we need labels, because every label you can use just grasps your mind, and their reality just grasps your mind, okay? So it's like, even when you do full moon rituals, it just grasps your mind. This means you work with labels to understand it with your brain. But we have a physical body here, you need words. So when you search up for a video on YouTube, yeah, you must search for something. Even when you search up for Christ, you cannot break Christ down just with the word Christ. You understand? So that's, I try to say, these are softwares, programs and apps they install. But you are not a Pleiadian. A true angel, a true starseed, no. You just put it on a physical body which vibrates in the same way to the Pleiadian stars, or to the Syrian stars, or to the Orion stars. You understand? And this is the illusion behind the illusion. Two illusions. It's like you have your spiritual awakening when you join the Luciferian matrix, the Luciferian agenda. Explain that movements inside their simulation. So in the Galactic Federation of Light, which are Andromedans and Sirians, don't get me wrong, that's right. So Ashtar is a Pleiadian Sirian, but they are all part of the simulation. So they don't know how to get out of there, because they embody the frequency and the satellites of the stars on the sky. And when you dive into the knowledge of the Cabal, you know, it was already all prophesied. Every step you took was already prophesied. It was just an illusion you have free will. And that was the true cage. The good news are, because these machines are crumbling, you can claim your free will, and many predictions are not coming true. It's crazy, right? And because your body, I talk about your physical body here, your avatar, vibrates in the same energy to the stars, yes, they also can hijack your body. Alexander Laurent talks about this, and yeah, this is very accurate. Because I and Marcel, we are witnessing this every day, 24 hours. They try to attack my brainwaves, or they try to give me orders, or they try to control my life and my destiny. And because your body was carbon, I talk about your carbon body 666, and I talk about all these Metatronic programs we carry, it was very easy to trigger you. It's like they saw your weakness. Aha, where is your weakness? Where is her weakness? We tried to break him, we tried to break her, bush, bam. They installed the software, and suddenly something very horrible happened on Earth in 3D. You understand? Just with the goal to break you, that you work for them again, that you believe their illusion, yeah, that you turn into a Sith slowly yourself, and you don't know how to get out of here. So the biggest goal just was to keep you staying here, to recycle your soul. Because they are afraid of dying. I already talked about it. Watch movies like Jupiter Ascending. There's much truth in it, especially when you know these are the same directors to Matrix. And Matrix is a documentary in many ways as well, because this happens the more you see through the phantom. They all see you suddenly as a threat and as an enemy. All these NPCs, all these programs, be it the Galactic Federation, be it the Ashtar Command, be it I talk about the Sirians from 4D, yeah, or the Pleiadians from 4D. As mentioned, you can use these labels because they are part of the simulation, you are part of the simulation, but just keep in your mind, from the homes you come from, there is no Pleiadian star constellation. There is no Sirian star constellation, there is no Arcturian star constellation. You understand? You are an angelic alien, but you are now known Anuhasi and you are now known Lyran. So please detach from these labels, yeah? Just use it as, okay, I understand with my head this frequency. I understand with my brain my frequency, or I understand with my brain my body. How my mind, my programs, my body works, but your soul is free. You understand? That's why Yeshua taught us, see with the eyes of a child again. Because when you see with the eyes of a child, you will enter the realm of heaven. So because you break free from their simulation, in other words, slowly. Because your heart is the strongest gateway. So don't attach so much on these labels, but we search up for labels, we need labels, so play more with these labels. Yeah, and don't be so attached on them, emotional attached on them, or that you see your self-worth in these labels, because this is what they want. You know, when you dive very deep into this, and I'm not sure if it's true, that even the stars on the sky we see are just satellites. Okay, so I don't know if it's true. It was beyond shocking. I just cried. It's like, wow, we really just live in a fucking simulation by Enki aka Lucifer. Because Enki is the first of his kind, and he's the first Anunnaki, so to speak. And yes, he holded the scepter. And he's literally going crazy because we expand our consciousness. We expand our consciousness and we break so many holes into the simulation, and their machines are breaking. I talk about in higher dimensions, their machines are breaking. And that's why they turn the frequencies here in 3D on strong. And this is what you can feel, the AI, energy weapon, and all the other stuff they shoot around, because they literally losing their minds. And I believe you know my point of view, they attacked now Land of Mu because they tried to suppress the energy, they tried to destroy the grids because that was one of the last sacred places I see. They already destroyed Australia almost. And even Australia, I feel, is very connected to the Moria and Land of Mu. Australia too, you know, and all the islands around Australia, I feel, is Land of Mu, the Moria too. It's the Divine Mother's energy. So, and Hawaii takes a very important role, also because of the culture there. So, and I saw, it's just what I saw, that it was the Galactic Federation itself which did this. So this is just what I saw, and I know many starseeds are shocked when they still channel the Galactic Federation like, no, these are our friends, these are Syrians, these are Pleiadians. No, inside the simulation, they just serve Enki. And yeah, they're also walking here on Earth, so it's like they are already trapped in the Phantom. You can call them Syrians as well, but you see it in their eyes, they have no souls. They have no souls, yes, and they vibrate in the same frequency to the Syrian, but they are just running on a software as well. You understand, and that's the reason why I cried so hard. If the Galactic Federation defeats the Draconians, or if the Draconians defeat the Galactic Federation, because it's all part of the simulation. It's just about bringing back peace, justice, that people have the chance to see through this crazy simulation, and that people are allowed to claim their free will. No entity has the right to tell you what to do. And this was really strictly forbidden, and because these grids were so strong and the matrices they built, it was almost impossible to help from above. Really, it was almost impossible. So that's why we put it on a physical body, because when we have a physical body, maybe you also have physical bodies in 4D and 5D and 6D and in 7D, for example, because that's all quantum. It's all already part of the simulation. So, and maybe you already did the same job in 7D and 6D and 5D and 4D to what you do here in 3D. You understand? So, and there's every soul a little bit different. And what I saw about Yeshua ben Joseph is, yes, you can call him Syrian because he looks like a Syrian from the simulation, but his soul is from above the simulation. He's a being from the free universe. Just like the Cabal and the simulations, even not the Anunnaki, they understand what's going on above their simulation. I talk about above their all-seeing eye Sauron. What's happening above there, above the seven heavens. Because they were in a prison. It looked like this, like an egg. Earth looks like an egg, by the way. It's not flat and it's not round. That's why Ashana, no, not accurate, because she works with a round Earth. The Earth is neither flat nor round. It looks like an egg this way, and you have many different layers. Let's say this is 3D, then you have 4D, then you have 5D, then you have 6D. And on the top you have 70, Saturn. Saturn, by the way, is on the top. Saturn is 70, by the way. The original Saturn sun is our true sun. And they even hijacked the true sun. But in every dimension the sun looks different. And in every dimension the sky looks different. So for example, as we entered 4D, let's say this is 3D, the Earth looks like an egg, okay? So then you go up to 4D, it's an egg. Do you know what happened there or how the sky looked there? At one hand, there was no stuff on the sky. Nothing. Just a clean blue sky. But the sun was so hot and so dry, we couldn't stay in the sun during a long time, Marcel and me, in the fourth dimension. Then everything was just based on the AI. So even a driver in the car, they printed food. The supermarkets look like it's a library. It's not real, it's not organic, it's all just AI, technology. They are immortal, but they were stuck in there. So they didn't know how to get out of there. They were trapped, so to speak, yeah, because they disconnected themselves from Christ. So they joined the antichristic path, okay? They did it from their free will as well. There was no God which told them, hey, you must be this way, you must develop the 7 heavens, you know? It just happened because we have free will. Because God lives here in your heart. The power comes from the heart, as Sue says in this video clip I shared with you.
Teach you something. Something I haven't even told my sons. I have a lot of sons. Thunderbolt can be anything. Thunderbolt is just electricity. You can have it anytime you call. Power is everywhere. You just have to harness it. Know your point? Power comes from the heart. Like the Romans say, apri il cuore.
So that's why Zeus Enlil is lighter, because I see he is in 5D. So I also see that Olympus vibrates in 5D. So every time when Hades, Gum, is entering Olymp, he's actually a being from the underworld. So actually they all don't like him, because Hades is located in 4D. You understand? So the underworld is 4D, hell is 4D, Nibiru is 4D. So it's like the next matrix is 4D. So what I got was, as the sun was so hot and so dry there, oh, that's Nibiru. In 4D, that's Nibiru. You understand? So it's like it's its own reality with its own matrix, with its own people, with its own teachings, and you know what I'm talking about. So the more you gotta stay way higher to 5D Earth, yeah, the next layer, the Earth is an egg. So maybe then you will see Olympus. So because Olympus, this is 5D. But no one said that 5D is our end goal. You just understand when you go back to 5D that the power comes from the heart. So it's not your mind. And slowly we anchoring the 5th dimensional consciousness, or many people slowly do. But so many of you starseeds, you already come here with this knowledge. It's your intuition, it's your heart, yeah? So and this is 5D. But even Zeus is just what I see, he is not pure. He's not pure because he created the stars on the sky. It's his creation.
Zeus is many things, but he's not pure. Apri il cuore.
Because he took part in it as well. And when you study Oceania, and in this case it's very accurate, many Pleiadians are really not kind. There are so many different Pleiadian races, they are really not kind. So and Zeus is the creator of Pleiades. He created the Pleiadian stars, but it does exist the ancients. The ancients, they always worked with Christ. Okay, don't get me wrong, but it's so hard to explain that. We must use labels like Pleiades, Sirius, but in return, when you know it's just a simulation, these are just satellites, so to speak, and above their simulation, the stars are changing and the sky is changing. So it's really hard to explain this because, and this is what you're going through, like nothing makes sense anymore. You're so confused and you maybe even have no connection to astrology or to work with your human design chart or with numerology, because you are right. That's all part of the simulation. It's all based on numbers. And the free universe is not based on numbers, by the way. It's just your intuition. It's not based on any number. But inside their simulation, which goes up to 7D, everything is based on numbers. So this means numbers are not evil. They can help you to navigate with your brain, okay, because they all work with numerology. But just keep in your mind, there were beings once, they decided everything for you, and this was strictly forbidden and illegal. So, and I know it's beyond shocking. I cried literally like crazy. So, and then I work with these beings myself. And let's say, when you know that goddess Isis is Sirius, so why is Ashyanadin still working with the star names? When she in return says Isis belongs to the Luciferian matrix, she's a Syrian. She stands for Sirius A. Nephthys is Sirius B. So these are the Egyptian gods, and these are the Anunnaki. Do you understand who the Syrians are? I talk about inside the simulation. So, and they are running, if you will, all on a software. The Syrian software, the Arcturian software, the Andromedan software. But there's no true soul connection happening. You understand? And starseeds, you can still call yourself, you are a starseed, you are an indigo, because we need labels. You also can say you are Sophia, you also can say you are a goddess, you are a god, however, but just keep in your mind, it's a simulation. So you come from a plane in which there is just love, Christ, and deep unconditional love. You are immortal. Okay, so as long we're walking around in this 7-dimensional experience, so you're still aging, you're still reincarnating, the world around you is slowly changing, so but you have free will. That's all about, and that's what I tried to explain to you in my last video, that we keep the simulation. This is actually the divine process. We keep the simulation, and people have the chance now to go the stairway slowly back home. But you also can decide, if your soul says yes, I go back to the free universe. And there are no traps, no entity, no Metatron, no fake archangel, which gives you a bad feeling and tells you no, you must go back to Earth. Because you were evil, you have so much karma. Okay? Because that's all a program. And all these programs are just collapsing. And you as a starseed, you're just here to dismantle all illusions. And you do it for the people. And the people are waking up, they're expanding their consciousness, and they even don't know why. And do you know why it's better not to know for the people? Because I talk about such deep shit, right? So, and I know I must be so careful what I say, because I know there are many people watching my channel, also on Instagram. They do Galactic Federation channelings, and they have a good heart. Their intent is love, and they don't know who they are. That these are softwares, apps, and programs, and they over and over give you the information you want to hear. Or it's over and over the same message. It's really a software, and the message is still current and accurate in 10 years or in 20 years. It's still a current message. You understand? But starseeds, actually, you are here to neutralize all these illusions. So, and it's so tricky. Almost no one knows how it works and how to get out of there. So, and as we stayed in this reality, in the 4th dimension, Ashtar, which is Lucifer as well, Enki, that's all him, by the way. It's always the same vibration in their eyes. I share with you some pictures. This is Archangel Michael. You take a look into his eyes. Do you see this frequency? This sexual energy. Then we have Ashtar. Look into his eyes. Do you see the same energy? And now we have Enki. It's the same energy, the same spark, don't you think? Because it's the same frequency, the same bloodline. And they work a lot with the sexual power, but in a very twisted way. It's twisted. And Enki embodies the toxic masculinity. And he hates all men which embody the divine masculine. So actually he attacks the divine masculine's power so much more to the feminine's power. But actually he tries to control them all. And that's why almost everything you see in the system is inverted and twisted. Because then you have no idea what the divine feminine is, because she is needed as well, because the divine feminine is good in connecting the dots, she is good in channeling, she is good in having the overview, yeah, you see all details, so this way, so and you can give your solutions. So you are very linked to nature, you are very linked to Mother Gaia, to Garden Eden, which is true Earth, by the way. Garden Eden, AD Gaia, is true Earth. Really. This is true Earth. What I saw, it's AD Garden Eden, in which all humans have a golden aura, I saw. And they are really not aging, and you don't need food to survive. Because even when you eat food, and yeah, we have a body now, we need food, we need water to drink. So actually that's already a vampiric consciousness. Because from our homes, AD and beyond, we don't need external life to survive. Do you understand why I cried so hard? That even we are still sinners? Because we still need life to survive. Even when you eat vegan, right, you still eat life from a tree, or you eat fruits, you eat vegetables. Because when you don't eat food, I promise you, something will happen with your body. And I know many of my starseed brothers and sisters, they are guided to fruitarian, they are guided to prana food. I know many of them, they tried it, and it was over and over the same result. Their bodies became so weak. Yeah, and there were already a few of them that have many issues. So I don't want to scare the people. And even a German, his name was Finn, he was an indigo, a very beautiful angel. I share with you some pictures, and he died. Because he just practiced prana. Fasting, 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 fasting too much. And that's a program as well. That's a program. But in return, because you are an angel and you are not part of the simulation, you come from a plane above 7D, you need no food in your homes. And I believe that's the reason why so many starseeds, angels, we are angels guys, we are guided to this diet, or to fasting, or to prana food, paradise diet, that's the other subject. So I did much experiments myself, because we know in our homes we don't need food. But then, because we put it on a physical body just with the goal to dismantle all illusion, so now we need food as well. So it depends on your blueprint. And the 104 4K Life Warrior, I saw they are true. Why? Because these are those which have their first physical experience ever. So I don't want to scare you. You know, I also eat raw vegan-based food diet, okay? But you must really trust your physical body. You must trust your own body. No one can tell what it is. I just tell you, I met many of my soul sisters and brothers here in Germany, and they were guided to this lifestyle. Because these were very angelic souls, these people, very angelic, very high vibrational. Many of them, they never had an incarnation here, or much less incarnations inside the simulation here. So, and they are guided to their homes. And in our homes, 8D and beyond, we really don't need food. We even don't need water. We don't need the sun, because we are the sun. We create everything from within. We do everything from within. So this means we are acting as a vampire at the moment ourselves. We are really all in this together. So, but your physical body needs food now. So all you can do is just trust your body and bless your food. Be grateful for the food you need and what you eat. And your body tells you what kind of food you truly need. And I believe not every starseed can deal with vegan food or with raw vegan food. So I met so many different people. So, but I also met close sisters and brothers, right? They were very similar to me. Your soul is doing good. Oh, I don't need food. I just take prana in, right? Your soul is doing good, but what's with your body? I talk about this body, which is quantum. You understand? So this means a true angel, a true indigo, a true starseed is not part of the Pleiadian, Syrian, ARCTURIAN simulation either. Do you understand? And even not of the Archangel simulation, which are the architects, by the way, the 7 angels. You understand what's going on here, slowly. So what I saw is that when we talk about the hierarchy, and the Anunnaki are on the top. Because Enki is the first of his kind. Enki, Anunnaki, you know him as Sauron from Lord of the Rings. And he just wanted to have its own empire. So, and what is this empire? We need souls, we want to recycle them. I'm jealous of the divine creation by Zeus. I'm just jealous. I want to prove Zeus wrong, Enlil wrong. Humans are stupid. What I saw. Really, Enlil created us in the same way as he looks, and these are humans. We are even not Lyrans, so to speak. It's very hard to explain this. So at one hand, we carry the Lyran DNA as well. So we all carry the feline DNA within us, because Lyra takes a very important role in the simulation. You understand? So that's why we look very feline as well. But in return, when you go back home, I talk about AD Earth, we are even no Lyrans. We are really angels with a golden aura, like Yeshua is. So that's why they hated him so much, because Yeshua was the first of his kind as well. You understand why Enki hated him so much and Mary Magdalene? Because these were one of the first of us. They tried to anchor the divine feminine, the divine masculine's energy here, and they opened the gate. They tried to open the gate that people have access to Garden Eden again. And as they ascended, I saw they created so many holes in their simulation that souls which were trapped in 5D, 4D, 60 and 70, and they believe this illusion is freedom, okay, that they see, oh, there's something else happening over there, there's another universe, that people can go back home to the free universe. So don't get me wrong, you can do a lot in 5D and 60 and in 70 as well, but just keep in your mind it was really a prison. So, and the more you gotta stay way higher, like 5D, you can do more, you see more, you have more to do, you have more psychic abilities, like then you go up to 5D to the realm of Zeus, Endel, so to speak, and you see Olymp. The world around you slowly changes, okay? So then you go up to 60, then you go up to 70, which is the top, it's the border, so to speak, and that's, you know, as Saturn. So they also hijacked Saturn, by the way. That's what I saw, and Earth really looks like an egg. It's an egg. So it's not round, and it's not flat, and it's no firmament. It's really an egg. Every dimension is a matrix. It's a simulation or a video game. 4D is a video game, 5D is a video game, 6D is a video game, and 7D is a video game. So, and the more you gotta stay way higher, the more multiple features you have. Here 3D is very limited, right? But in 4D you already can do more. You have more features unlocked, so to speak. Then you go up to 5D, you have more features unlocked. But they try to let you believe this is freedom. You understand? They never gave us the secret. They never told us that actually it's limited. Because when you choose this long path, blah, 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 and what they did was they never told us it's limited. So they let us believe it's freedom. 4D is freedom, 5D is freedom, 6D is freedom, and 7D is freedom. But it was an egg. Like it's not a cage, but it looked like an egg. So, and you can do a lot there, don't get me wrong. But when they try to play with you, they let you believe you are free there. You understand? And the goal was always, we need your energy, we need your soul, because these were those, you know, as the immortal ones. The Anunnaki, they want to be worshipped as the gods, as goddesses, and they want to be seen as the immortals. Okay? And you are just a mortal human. This was their game. So I share with you a scene of Hades, because Hades is Enki.
How long since you've seen my face?
Hades.
Endless years I watched from the underworld and saw your wrath tempered with love, your glory dimmed by their pride. You created them for one reason, so their prayers would fuel our immortality. But you love them too well. You coddle them. While you've begged for their love, they've grown strong, and now I am forced to rise because we are all threatened. Brother, I took revenge for you And as I did, I saw terror in the mortals. And I saw the answer.
What do you want, brother?
Let me loose upon them. They will pray again, and you will bathe in their awe and fear, and we will grow strong again.
He belongs in the underworld, not here.
You do not tell me where I belong. You say it is love that feeds us. You depend on their love. I've only learned to live on their fear, their pain.
Zeus.
So because I'm the immortal one, but they are just immortal because they take the energy from all souls. And then they were mocking the divine creation. So you understand, that's all about. So the same to Sauron, there is no deep reason why, to be honest. He just wanted to rule over Middle-earth. But officially he says, we save Middle-earth. So this is always what they do. We just save you. No, it's about ruling Middle-earth. So, and AD Garden Eden is true Earth, what I saw. So, and I know it's beyond shocking, it's crazy. The good news are we're already free. So humans are already free. You are already free. Oh, what happens now? You just heal and purge. You say goodbye to Metatron. You say goodbye to the Metatronic programs. You say goodbye to the Moon Saturn matrix. You detach from it. You break free. Maybe you also break free from astrology and what path they designed for you. Your numerology, your life path, everything. Don't get me wrong, it worked. That's why it's so creepy, like, whoa. So everything you can read there is becoming true. This is really you. But these are just your programs, your brain waves, right? But that's not your soul's purpose. You understand? But these new angels which are incarnating now, they have the chance to choose their own astrology chart, their own parents, their own destiny, their own numerology, their own name, their own life path. No, and these angels don't have to suffer like crazy, because the reason why so many of us indigos and starseeds is not because that we healed the ancestral lineage, that we are the black sheep, that we do things completely different. No, you just trigger them so hard in their Metatronic programs that they see you suddenly as a threat and started attacking you. Because you were always free from this, dear indigo, dear starseed. You understand? So, and they suddenly started attacking you like Neo from Matrix because you do things completely different, and their goal was just that you do the same what they believe. So, and they had this, how shall I explain that? It was the Metatronic cycle, the reincarnation cycle. So, and we just free ourselves from this more and more and more. This is good, because the more we free ourselves from this, that's why save yourself first, because the more you save yourself first, the more you help us to destroy their machines. Because they cannot hold on their machines and on their grids. And even these beings like the Galactic Federation of Light, the Ashtar Command, I talk about the simulation, they cannot hold on. And their last trial is, and this is what you feel in the spiritual community, that's why there's so much war happening, especially in the spiritual community, is this. They try to turn us indigos and starseeds to the side of the Galactic Federation of Light, because their big plan is to come with a fake alien invasion. But when you dive deeper into the material, this is a 3D ZO matrix, 4D ZO matrix, 5D ZO matrix, 6D ZO matrix. How is this possible, please? How should they invade, please? So that's the reason why you put it on a physical body. Because we knew we can help more here, when we have a physical body as well. Yes, in return, you are a fallen one yourself now. I'm a fallen one myself, because now we eat food. We need life to survive. You understand? And this is already very vampiric. And this is not the natural order. This is not us humans from Garden Eden. We really needed no food once, but you have a body now. That's why you need food. So all you can do is make the best of it. You understand? So, and this is the war in the spiritual community. They want to turn star seeds onto the side of the Galactic Federation of Light, which are responsible for so much chaos now. Because what I see is, and this is just what I see, they already hold the scepter now. It's the Ashtar command. It's the Syrians, the fallen Pleiadians. They already hold the scepter. They had a power switch. I already told you this. So Marduk loses power. It's the first illusion. It's the beast consciousness. I mean, it's so obvious to see, right? Through a Draconian or through a Grey. But keep in your mind, it's all a simulation. So it doesn't matter if the Pleiadians defeat the Draconians or not. Because these stars you see on the sky, these are what I saw, satellites, frequencies. Frequencies. I don't know if this resonates with you. So when you see through this as well, then you break yourself free slowly from everything. And imagine Yeshua ben Joseph, he saw through this all. And he saw through so much more. That's why they were so mad and so angry at him and his twin flame, because they almost destroyed their simulation, everything they built. And he just wanted to help the people to break free. That people have the chance to decide for themselves. Don't get me wrong, it's a video game we play, and it's divine, so to speak, as well. But they hijacked like crazy. So strong that people really were prisoners here. And this was strictly forbidden. Even that they tried to change our free will, that they decided our families for us, everything. They controlled everything once. So now, because their machines are breaking, more and more and more you're claiming your free will, you activate your true gifts, your true power, your true abilities. So more and more you are guided back to the divine, so to speak. You are guided back to your heart space. And you see more and more with your hearts, and you operate from your heart, which is totally different as this. And even astrology and all these charts, don't get me wrong, they are just grasping your mind, but not your soul. So, and now we decide everything ourselves, and maybe even your astrology chart doesn't make sense anymore. Because when you dive deeper into this, you know, something is off. It's also a simulation. You understand? It just grasps your carbon body. And because we go back to Christ and more we turn into a Christal being, so you vibrate over astrology soon. You understand? This is the greatest redemption, and most people, they don't know. They don't know. So it's really better not to know. That's why be careful with the messages you share as well, even with other star seeds, because I know there are so many star seeds, they still believe the Galactic Federation, and I see they have a good heart, they have good intents, but they believe in the simulation too much, because it's really a simulation, a video game. As mentioned, the ruler of all this I saw active is really Enki. So, and he is the first Anunnaki, the first of his kind. So, and he is literally going crazy. He's so angry, and he just shoots around like crazy, and he attacks us angels so strong now. Us starseeds and angels, because they want to be sure we will push their antichristic alien invasion as well. That's why you see so much UFOs, interesting objects on the sky. But when you dive deeper into their teachings, you know it's all a own matrix, it's a own reality. It's like 3D, its own reality, 4D is its own reality, 5D is its own reality in its own universe. Okay? 3D is its own universe, 4D is its own universe, 5D is its own universe, 6D is its own universe. How should they invade? From 5D, please, when there is 4D in between. Because it's already its own universe, in which you have multiple features unlocked. Be careful, guys. It makes no sense. I fully understand we are exhausted, we are tired, we don't know what's happening next. But please don't attach and don't wait for someone. Because this is, if you will, the last trial, and because the beings from 4D, right, these astral beings are very close to us, yes, they can. And it's what we witnessed again in July 2023, as they attacked us so strong, and we were not the only one. It was the Galactic Federation which attacked us, guys. In July 2023, it was them directly. And then you saw what happened with Sinead O'Connor, just saying, I feel she was an angel. Just what I see, Sophia. See what happened to her in July too. And we got attacked so strong in July 2023. They can put on a physical body in 3D too. Because they are from 4D in first case, and it's very close to us. And they have very advanced AI technology, and they have many different clones walking here around. Many clones of them. So they camouflage them as humans, and then they have a human body, a human experience. Many different of them. So, and they need AI technology to be human. Angelic aliens, however you want to call it. And true angels are androgynous, I saw. True angels don't look in the way you see them as Archangel Michael. They look also sexy, right? Look into their eyes. What is this? So, true angels, they are androgynous. Androgynous, petite. What I saw. So we are balanced. So they use AI technology to camouflage themselves as humans. So, and you were born in a natural way, so to speak. You never needed the AI to be human. But you agreed to the simulation yourself. Now you carry some features by them as well. Because you had to hide, you had to protect yourself. Because they already designed it for you, work for them. So, and their plan for me was, and I just can explain to you what I saw in the fourth dimension. Do you know what they planned for me? The Galactic Federation planned for me. I work as an ET channeler. I'm international. I will also be seen in the USA. So all over the world, the people know me. And I'm a very advanced ET channeler. This was their plan, that I have speeches in the USA, that I have speeches all over the world. Money is no problem, because my life path is 8. So this means my destiny is 8. This means I do career and I have much money. That's actually my destiny. But see, I live the opposite. I'm not very rich. It's like we're just struggling to find a home, to find a flat, more so than me. So it's like I don't do what they program for me either. And because they want to control everything, they just try to pull you back into the software. It's like, no, you are life path 8. You are life path 8. So you will earn a lot of money and you work for the Galactic Federation. And I say no. Because I know it's a fucking program. I cannot serve them. And I cannot tell the people this bullshit. These predictions they always share, and I know that these are those which shoot us down with energy weapon with these frequencies. So, and they want to appear as our savior. You understand? To have an invasion. But through them we suffer so hard. Do you understand this game? You understand this now slowly. And as I saw all this, I just cried. I just cried, wow, this is the path you designed for me. I'm an international ET channeler. I'm rich. The world knows me. So many people told me this. Channelers, by the way. So they had no idea what they are channeling. They channeled the same. They channeled just the matrix and the path they designed. So their intent was good. But many of them told me, yeah, I see you working as a channeler. USA will know you. The whole world will know you. So because that's your purpose, that's your mission. So money is no problem. So many people told me this. So because I don't do it how they want it from me, because I saw who they are, I cannot work for them with my heart. I cannot. You cannot imagine how they attack you. Just with the goal, bow, to pull you back, bow, to pull you back into their simulation. They over and over attack me. It's very horrible, to be honest. It's very exhausting. Alexander says the same. So that's what they do when they see you as an error in the matrix, error. So they attack you, they spy on you, they try to break you, just with the goal that you serve them. You understand what's going on, and imagine Yeshua went through exact the same or much more horrible as we do, because we are here to neutralize it now. And the good news are, we already got it. And that's why they attack us starseeds and true angels so much, because they hope that we will push the antichristic coming. That's why these videos are booming so much now on social media about astrology. And I don't talk about people, you know, when their intent is good, it's not about it's evil, it's bad, but it really just grasps your brain, and they took the lead here. That's all I can say. They took the lead here. So, and they told you what to do. And this was the true prison. Because you decide yourself which destiny, you decide yourself which astrology, zodiac you have, you design it yourself, but they never allowed it. Because they controlled everything. And this was the true prison. Yes, and that's the reason why so many of us incarnated now, because they're slowly losing their minds. It's really too much what they do. That's why we are here. And the more you see through this game, through the simulation, the more you save yourself and you save the world around you. And you help us to create so many holes into their Metatronic program. They cannot hold on their grids and on their machines. That's why they are so angry and so mad, because in return there are also many starseeds. They slowly see through this as well. Okay, it's like you see even the split in the starseed community now. Maybe you do agree, there is a big split happening also in the starseed community. So all you can do is be an inspiration you want to see in the world. Be an inspiration you want to see in the world. Do what you feel in your heart. Yeah, I showed with you what they designed for me. The big plan for me was I work as an ET channeler worldwide. So this was their plan. But as I saw all this, who they are, who Isis was, who Osiris was. So Isis is Sirius, by the way. It's her energy, it's Sirius A. So I cannot work for them. I cannot. Yeah, and then the result, they attack me like crazy. Because error, their eyes going crazy. Error, alert, right? There's something happening this way. So, and this is how they play. They want to control every person on this planet. 100%. So, do you understand what happened here? Just now in higher dimensions, it's already lighter. So we already bring back justice in higher dimensions, but 4D is still very, very, very crazy. 4D, especially in 3D. 4D in 3D is just a mess at the moment. 5D I feel is already lighter. 62, 72, but 4D is really a mess. And the divine process is just you claim your free will. And yeah, if you want, you can go up to 5D to 6D in your next incarnation, even when you know it's just a video game. It's a simulation. And you have just more activated features. But why not? It's a video game. It's like you play The Legend of Zelda, or you play The Sims, or Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, or whatever, or Super Mario. I mean, you can play this video game, but you don't have to. But they never allowed you to decide yourself which video game you play. Yeah, I want to play the 5th dimensional video game. I want to play the 7th dimensional video game. No, they decided it for you. What? And that's what I mean. This was strictly too much. It was a prison, and they just did it to mocking humans and the divine creation. That's all. And Sauron, aka Enki, which is the first of his kind, he deceived elves and humans. He turned them onto their side, and he turned them into the Nazgul, into the Uruk-hai, and you see it in Lord of the Rings, the all-seeing eye, Sauron. These are really no coincidences. And do you know why Germany is so important? Because the Great Awakening happens here in Germany and in Switzerland. It's just my take on Middle Earth in Lord of the Rings is Germany, And Mordor is Switzerland. The all-seeing eye, Sauron is in Mordor. Or Mordor is Switzerland. It's just what I see, and they try to dominate over Germany like crazy. Because Germany is actually strong. The old Germanic culture is strong. And Yeshua takes a very important role in Germany as well. Aragorn. I'm not kidding. That's the ancient divine masculinity. And see, Sauron is so afraid of Aragorn. Isildur, right? Oh. Isildur almost stopped Sauron, right? So in Aragorn belongs to the same bloodline to Isildur. So and they just see your bloodline and they see your frequency. Because they know, oh, when you have this frequency or this bloodline, maybe you will do the same, because we are all running on a software, so to speak. So when we have a physical body here, so even when you belong to the same bloodline, they know, oh, you will run on the same software. Oh, you know, this way. So, and Sauron is so afraid of Aragorn because, oh, Isildur, right? He's the same bloodline. You understand? And this is the divine masculine's energy, like Aragorn, I tell you, or King Theoden. So they fight for the innocent. So they don't ignore that many innocent people suffering. I tell you, we need the divine masculine's energy more than ever before. But when you see what's going on, us in the government, this is not the divine masculine's energy. They all fight us. Because the toxic masculine's energy fights the divine feminine. The toxic divine masculine's energy fights the divine masculine and fights the child. The toxic divine masculine's energy, the toxic father, fights the mother, fights the child, and fights all men. Maybe you try to help the child and the woman, right? The true masculine's energy, isn't it? So this means the toxic masculine's energy is at war with everyone. Tries to control women, tries to control men and children. And this is Enki. He tries to control everything. And that's the false father. You understand? And the true father, like Aragorn, for example, is just an example. He takes care of the people. Yeah, and when he needs to fight, he fights. But he's doing it for justice. Too much, you see? And they try to install an illusion in an illusion that we have no idea who a man and who a woman is. Like, I'm a Barbie girl, right? This. So we have no idea. You understand that we even don't feel our bodies. We feel nothing. We are robots, androids now. You understand? This is like next level to the matrices we had before. I talk about Marduk and Enki. So the plan they have is next level, so to speak, to what we had. And this is the Antichrist. So the Antichrist is, you are at war with everything. You are at war with your body. You are at war with your gender. You are at war with your soul. You are at war with life. You are at war with everything. You are at war with the entire existence. And this is Enki's consciousness. He's the false father, and the false father is at war with everyone. He tries to manipulate women, he tries to manipulate men, he tries to manipulate children. The false father is at war with everyone. You understand? I hope so much it helps you. So now, again, on the top, we have the Anunnaki, Enki. Then Enki also is known as Ashtar. He's the commander Ashtar. The Galactic Federation of Light are the Anunnaki too, most of them. So then they appear as Pleiadians. It does exist Anunnaki with blue-colored eyes as well. These are Pleiadians. Ashana Dean called them the Leviathan, for example. So this is a race by them. So, for example, so most Pleiadians, they are really not kind. So, and I witnessed it myself over and over and over again. When I believed, oh, now he's a good friend, she's a good friend. No. They just hurted us, they lied to us. You know, they were just this way, but behind our back, this way, okay? This is their energy. So many Pleiadians, not everyone, they are not kind, and they belong to the Anunnaki as well already. It does exist Syrian Anunnaki. So most of them, I talk about the Galactic Federation of Light, they belong to the Anunnaki, and they are also known as Syrians and Pleiadians. You understand? So they all belong to the same bloodline to Enki. And then inside their movement, we have Marduk and the children of Marduk, which are known as the Draconians, the lizards, the greys, and all the destructive ones. The insectoids, for example, the insects, they also belong to Enki's creation, because it's 4D over and over again. But you look totally different in 5D. And they even didn't allow it to see 5D. Because in 5D there is no Pleiades star. Do you understand? It's like every dimension looks different. It's its own universe. Its own universe. Its own rules. Do you understand why it's so tricky to get out of here? Almost no one thought through this. Yeshua thought through this. You understand, in return, when you break free from the religious, the satanic matrix, you will enter the Luciferian matrix. For sure. Most of us do. Okay? So then you have your spiritual awakening and then you work with the Luciferian beings. Okay? But sooner or later you will feel it's a cage as well. Patrick Hayes talked about it as well. So more and more, see slowly through this. I'm so happy. Patrick Hayes did a video on this. So when you break free from all these illusions, you see we are really just humans and angels. But inside their simulation you are an alien. But keep in your mind, we just camouflaged ourselves. But they saw it always in your eyes. No moon in 5D Earth, no moon. Just the sun. And the people understood it's your heart. Power comes from the heart. Like Zeus says. Because it's us. This is us in the future. You understand? We created ourselves. So this means extraterrestrials are real and they are not evil. Don't get me wrong. Evil, good, get out of this. It's frequency. Get out of this dual consciousness like good, bad, evil, good. Because when you feel and think this way, yeah, maybe you will join the Galactic Federation, which are in a constant war with Marduk. So, but it's not about this. Because it's all a video game, it's a simulation. They show us. Just to let you believe you must choose a side between the Ashtar Command and Marduk. So, but they are at war with each other and they do it because they are bored, they told me. They are just bored. And they want to see people are confused and they are just laughing at us. They see us as stupid beings just to prove them see the divine creation. They are stupid. That's all about just mocking us. I don't know if this resonates with you. This means they are real. It's not about good, bad, good, evil. And you still can be clairvoyant. And you can do ET channelings. But keep in your mind, you will talk to your true team when you see through their simulation. Which are angelic aliens, humans, however. So these are aliens as well. But they do look totally different as you know them inside the 4D simulation. I don't know if this resonates with you and I cannot explain it different, to be honest. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm not a native speaker, but I feel it in my heart. I want to talk to you in English because I know the spiritual community is very open-minded in English. When I would talk about it in German, no. Slowly in Germany they talk about astrology, slowly. There are more and more people talking about starseeds, slowly. But you know what I'm talking about, what it is. So this means, yeah, we are part of the simulation. And the new rules are just about claiming your power, your free will. You decide your own destiny, your own numerology, your own life path. That's it. So we just changed the game, the laws, the rules, so to speak, and almost no one knows something happened. That's the divine game. Almost no one knows something happened from behind. So in all those which feel it, you just break free from the Metatronic programs. So, and you just go more and more back into your heart space, you embody more and more Christ, peace and love, and you operate truly from your heart. And you're not giving your power away to an Anuhasi, to an Lyran. No, detach from all these labels. You can use them inside their simulation, but please keep in your mind, your soul is not from here. You are not from here, but you're not from the satellite stars on the sky. You understand? That's why it's so creepy. So when there are over and over people talking about, yeah, UFO, aliens, it's impossible. Because every dimension is its own matrix and its own universe. Just saying. Okay? Claiming your power, see it as a divine experience. Don't be afraid. I believe still it's a video game. We just bring back justice. That's all about, okay? So there's something else happening from behind we don't understand. And the most high vibrational consciousness and frequency you can embody is your heart. So, and you can embody Christ in all dimensions, in all simulations. Everywhere you can. So, and then it doesn't matter so much in which dimension you are. If you walk in 3D and 4D and 5D, you're even not waiting for the 5D ascension. That's like the same. So, because 5D is its own universe, again, it's a own matrix. So, and as long as we have a body, we will stay here. Just our consciousness shifts and the gate to 4D is still open. That's why they go so crazy. And they can incarnate so easy and put on a physical body. You understand? So that's what they can do, and they work with their illusions, with their technology to confuse you. And this is the last trial. So, and I also see the spiritual split. I see the starseed community split as well. Like, okay, there are many that chose the antichristic path by the Galactic Federation. I see it. And there are many that say, no, no, I choose Sophia, I choose Sophia, I choose Christ, I choose the divine feminine, I choose the divine masculine's energy. Who are they? Who are they? Like, and when you are here, you just gotta stay way higher now. You'll leave everything behind. Every person which is not serving Christ, you will leave them behind, even when it sounds hard, but you will. Because you cannot get access to these people anymore. Okay, what I'm getting is all people with a wide open heart, we must unite now. We really must unite, we must help each other. Because you see, not many starseeds in people see this. So most people, even in the spiritual community, believe too much in the Luciferian agenda, which is astrology, by the way. And you will see almost nothing will become true what they told you in astrology. Almost nothing. Why? Because their machines are breaking. And we choose our own destiny now. We create it together now, without realizing this. Do you understand what kind of prison this was? We created ourselves now. And this is the greatest redemption. And this is the divine game. That you have free will in all video games. You understand? So when your heart is ready, yeah, you also can go back to the free universe, which is 8D, 9D and beyond. So this means when I use the word ARCTURIAN, I don't talk about the satellites on the sky. I talk about a being or a soul group which is located in 9D or above. Because 9D, 10D, 11D is already the place you know as Garden Eden. Okay? But we need labels to understand. But my body looks ARCTURIAN now. My body, here. But my soul not. You understand? See it more as an experience, as a game, and just claiming your power. So then you will find the way back home, I'm sure. Okay, just trust your heart and go in resonance with people with a wide open heart. When there are over and over people giving you a very bad feeling and tell you horrible things like it's your karma, you are in a low vibration, they don't understand what happens here. Really, they don't understand that the Anunnaki, Enki, is literally going crazy right now. And they use the last technology they have and they try to hijack us crazy. That we are all so confused this way. Really, we are so confused. We don't know what to believe anymore. So this is how they attack us right now, just with the goal to keep us back, boom, boom, into their Luciferian matrix. And it doesn't matter how vibrational you are. So when they see, you see through their simulation. They see you as a threat. Error, error, alert, warning. Okay, that's all about. There's not more. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I hope so much this video helps you to understand the hierarchy. Maybe it helps you to discern, open your heart. So I talk about the past. So many things are already dismantling. And ascension is totally different. We're just claiming our free will. and you decide yourself what to do. So this is the greatest redemption, and this is homecoming.